今日もお疲れ様でした。英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
The Japan Meteorological Agency says earthquake activity in Kumamoto is slowly decreasing, but it has not fallen as much as expected since last week. The activity remains active. The agency is warning people to stay alert for earthquakes with lower 5 or stronger shaking for about 1 to 2 months.
At about 1 p.m. on August 18th, an aircraft believed to be an F-15 fighter jet of Japan's self-defense forces stopped on the runway at Naha Airport while emitting smoke and flames. People familiar with the matter say there may have been a problem near the aircraft's wheels.
Police in Yokohama arrested a 36-year-old company employee on suspicion of injuring the 2-year-old son of his girlfriend. The man allegedly hit the boy in the face and caused other injuries at an apartment on the night of August 17th. The child was taken to a hospital where he later died. Police are investigating.
Police sent the case involving Takuki Suzuki, a member of the popular comedy group Yoncen Toshin, to prosecutors. He is suspected of touching the lower body of a woman he did not know at an event venue in Tokyo. His entertainment agency says it is still checking the facts.
Countries at an international online meeting agreed to expand fishing limits for large Pacific bluefin tuna. Mexico had opposed the plan in July but changed its position. From 2027, some quotas may grow. Japan proposed increasing its large fish quota by about 25% while reducing the small fish quota by about 6%.
All Nippon Airways and Japan Airlines have formally announced their first schedule coordination to help maintain domestic flights amid high fuel costs. The airlines adjusted the timetable on the Haneda to Okayama route. They arranged their flights so the two companies would not operate overlapping services during the same time period.
The Hakodate District Public Prosecutor's Office says a 77-year-old man charged with attempted murder disappeared from a hospital in Hakodate. He was receiving treatment after his detention was suspended because of illness. Prosecutors learned of the disappearance on August 16th but did not immediately announce it, saying he was not considered a danger. Police and prosecutors are searching for him.
Police suspect that a 54-year-old woman arrested in Chiba for allegedly killing her 89-year-old mother used about 33 million yen from her mother's account for online tips to video streamers. The money was withdrawn or inherited between December 2023 and April 2025. The woman denies the accusation. Her mother apparently did not know.
Prince and Princess Akishino left Japan on August 18th for an official visit to Paraguay, marking 90 years since Japanese migration began. They plan to honor Japanese immigrants and meet people of Japanese descent. Migration began in 1936, stopped during World War II, and resumed in 1954. About 10,000 people of Japanese descent live there today.
次は社会のニュースです。
It has been 3 weeks since an earthquake in Kumamoto Prefecture recorded a maximum intensity of 7 in July. More than 3,000 people are still living in evacuation shelters. Many others remain in damaged homes or cars. Prime Minister Takaichi met with the Kumamoto governor as authorities work to deliver support and prevent disaster-related deaths.
An F-15 fighter jet from the Air Self-Defense Force stopped on Naha Airport's B runway after landing at about 12:55 p.m. on August 18th. The runway was closed. No injuries were reported. The jet had returned from an emergency scramble. Its left main landing gear broke, leaving the aircraft tilted to the left.
Police in Yokohama arrested a 36-year-old company employee on suspicion of injuring his girlfriend's 2-year-old son. The man allegedly punched the child in the face at an apartment on the night of August 17th. The boy was taken to a hospital where he later died. Police are investigating what happened.
Police arrested a former director of a livestock processing company in Ibusuki, Kagoshima Prefecture. The company allegedly sold beef products through Japan's hometown tax donation program with improper information about their production area. The former director was arrested on suspicion of violating the Food Labeling Act and fraud. The investigation continues.
The government will open a temporary consultation service for people aged 18 and younger. It will operate for 10 days from August 26. The move comes because suicides among children tend to increase around the end of summer vacation. Last year, 538 elementary, junior high, and high school students died by suicide.
A survey found that major developed countries, except Japan, require licenses for companies that remove asbestos. In Japan, individuals can earn a qualification through a 2-day course and test with no renewal required. Experts warn that weak oversight may lead to poor work. They are calling for a formal licensing system for removal companies.
The death toll from torrential rain in Chiba has risen to 11. A man in his 60s was found during a search in Ichihara City, according to the report on August 18th. The search followed the heavy rain and flooding in the prefecture. Further details about the incident were not immediately provided.
A woman in her 40s was convicted of killing her 4-month-old son by placing him under the water in a bathtub at their home in Saitama. During the trial, she was found to have severe postpartum depression. On July 22nd, the Saitama District Court gave her a 3-year prison sentence, suspended for 5 years.
1 year after a fire in a building facing Dotonbori in Osaka killed 2 firefighters, a fire drill was held at a nearby building on August 18th. Employees of businesses in the building practiced what to do during a fire. They also checked evacuation routes and reviewed how to respond in an emergency.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Japan's Prime Minister has received a request document from the governor of Kumamoto. The document calls for financial support from the national government to help restore areas damaged by the earthquake. The Prime Minister received the request on August 18th.
Japanese stocks fell sharply on August 18th. The Tokyo Stock Exchange dropped 1,759 yen from the previous day. The decline came amid views that peace talks between the United States and Iran had stalled. The market was affected by uncertainty about the future of those negotiations.
Japan's long-term interest rate briefly rose to 2.945% on August 18th. The yield on the new 10-year government bond was up 0.025 percentage points from the day before, reaching its highest level in about 30 years. Expectations of a Bank of Japan rate hike and concerns about worsening government finances led to more bond selling.
The government is considering covering, in principle, the revenue that local governments would lose from a cut in the consumption tax on food. The plan would lower the rate to 1% for 2 years, starting next April. The national government is studying how to make up the local shortfall.
Japan and Australia are set to cooperate on tests of long-range missiles. The 2 countries will work together in this missile testing effort. The report gives no details about the missile systems, test sites, schedule, or exact form of cooperation. It only reports that Japan and Australia will cooperate on long-range missile testing.
All Nippon Airways and Japan Airlines will adjust their schedules on the Haneda to Yokohama route from late October. Both airlines currently operate 5 round trips each day, and 4 services have nearly overlapping times. By moving departure and arrival times, the airlines aim to improve revenue and help keep the domestic route operating.
Japan and Taiwan held an innovation summit in Tokyo on August 18th, with government and business representatives attending. A U.S. State Department official also joined. Participants called for stronger cooperation in semiconductors and artificial intelligence, and confirmed the need to secure supply chains for important technologies. Taiwan's economic minister and Tokyo Governor Yuriko Koike attended.
An international meeting on Pacific bluefin tuna was held online on August 18th. Countries agreed to expand some catch limits for large fish, after Mexico changed its position following opposition at the July meeting. The changes are expected to begin in 2027. Japan had sought about a 25% increase for large fish and a 6% cut for small fish.
Police in Kagoshima arrested a 55-year-old former director of a meat processing company on August 18th. He is accused of putting Kagoshima-produced labels on beef from other prefectures and delivering it as hometown tax gift beef. Police suspect he falsely labeled 120 packages, about 60 kilograms, and obtained about 1.45 million yen. He denies the allegations, saying he did not intentionally falsify the labels.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
In Major League Baseball on August 17th, Shohei Ohtani hit his 28th and 29th home runs in consecutive at-bats for the Dodgers. He went 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 11-5. Seiya Suzuki hit his 22nd homer for the Cubs. Shota Imanaga allowed 3 runs in 6 innings and received no decision.
Tenri High School of Nara became the first team to reach the semifinals of the Summer National High School Baseball Championship. In the first quarterfinal game on the tournament's 13th day, Tenri beat Mi High School 7-0. Pitcher Osuke Hashimoto threw the entire game and earned a shutout victory. Chiben Wakayama beat Sendai Ikwe 11-3 in the quarterfinals of the Summer National High School Baseball Championship. The win sent Chiben Wakayama to the semifinals for the first time in 5 years, since 2021. The team had 18 hits and created 5 bases-loaded chances. Starter Shota Waki pitched 5 innings and allowed 1 run.
Yokohama High School reached the semifinals of the Summer National High School Baseball Championship. In the third quarterfinal game on the tournament's 13th day, the team from Kanagawa beat Hanamaki Higashi High School of Iwate 6-0. Yokohama's shutout win secured a place among the tournament's final 4 teams.
Japan's men's national volleyball team has opened a practice session ahead of next month's Asian Championship. The tournament is important because a place in the Los Angeles Olympics is at stake. Key player Ran Takahashi said the team wants to focus only on winning. The team is preparing for the championship and its Olympic goal.
Major League Baseball has unanimously approved the sale of the San Diego Padres. The team will move from the Seidler family to an investor group led by businessman Kay Jones and investor Jay Feliciano. The sale price was not announced, but it could exceed 600 billion yen, a record. The CEO and general manager will stay.
Tommy John, The former Major League pitcher, whose name is used for a famous elbow operation, has died at his home in Florida. He was 83. John made his Major League debut in 1963 and played for teams including the Dodgers and Yankees until 1989. He won 288 games. In 1974, he received the first operation of its kind.
FIFA says its chief operating officer Kevin Lamore left the organization on August 17th. Lamore had publicly criticized President Gianni Infantino's plan to bring outside investment into World Cup and other tournament projects. FIFA thanked him for 2 years of service but gave no reason for his departure. The investment plan was later withdrawn after strong opposition.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
U.S. President Donald Trump threatened Oman, saying he would bomb the hell out of it if Oman got in America's way. Oman has helped mediate between the United States and Iran. The warning came after a memorandum aimed at keeping the Strait of Hormuz open broke down, increasing tensions.
Officials in Russia and Ukraine said 19 people were killed in a series of drone and missile attacks on August 16th. Strikes hit homes, infrastructure, warehouses, and other civilian sites. Russia reported 5 deaths in Rostov and 7 elsewhere. Ukraine reported 7 deaths, including 2 at a steel plant in Kryvyi Rih, with 14 injured.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told Jared Kushner and others that Israel will not withdraw its forces from Gaza until Hamas is completely disarmed, according to local media. Kushner had met Hamas's leader the previous day to advance President Trump's peace plan. Israel and the Peace Council agreed to create working groups on disarmament and public health.
The European Union plans to greatly expand sanctions on Russia this fall. A proposed list may target about 1,600 Russian individuals and organizations, especially in the military-industrial sector. Measures could include frozen assets, travel bans, and bans on transactions. The EU already sanctions about 3,000 people and companies. Approval requires all member states to agree.
President Donald Trump said North Korean leader Kim Jong-un reacted very positively to a call for dialogue. The report also said Trump expressed dissatisfaction with South Korea over a lack of support related to the situation in Iran. It did not provide further details about North Korea's response or Trump's comments about South Korea.
The United States and South Korea have begun carrying out President Trump's order to greatly reduce the size of their regular joint military exercise. The Defense Department said it is actively working on the order, but gave no details about changes. The exercise began on August 17th and is scheduled to continue through August 27th.
Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Russia had summoned Japan's ambassador in Moscow. The move followed Japan's protest over President Vladimir Putin's visit to the Northern Territories. Japan initially did not respond to the summons, but the Japanese side said it would respond on August 18th. The report gave no further details.
A Russian court sentenced a senior opposition figure to 11 years and 1 month in prison. The court found the person guilty of discrediting the Russian military and other charges. The opposition group calls for a peaceful solution to the Ukraine issue. The ruling comes before Russia's lower house election next month.
President Donald Trump's approval rating has fallen to 33%, the lowest of his presidency in the latest poll. 64% said they disapproved. After the United States began attacking Iran, about 80% said the fighting would last a long time, while only 16% expected it to end within weeks. Higher gas prices may be hurting support.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Comedian Takuki Tsuzuki, 29, of the trio Yonsen Toshin, has been referred to prosecutors on suspicion of touching a woman's lower body over her skirt. His agency apologized on August 18th and placed him on suspension for the time being. The trio will work with only Takumi Goto and Ryota Ishibashi for now.
Singer Chisato Moritaka, who is from Kumamoto, and her agency will donate a total of 120 million yen to support recovery after the Kumamoto earthquake. Her agency will give 100 million yen, and Moritaka will give 20 million yen to Kumamoto Prefecture. Donation boxes will also be placed at her concerts in September and October.
Actor Mitsuomi Takahashi will play music producer Sunku in a special drama for 24-hour TV 49. The drama, titled There Is Happiness, is based on Sunku's life after losing his voice to laryngeal cancer and his family's support. Keiko Kitagawa will play his wife. The drama will air on August 29th and 30.
Weekly Shonen Jump, one of Japan's best-known manga magazines, had an average circulation of just over 980,000 in its latest period. A survey found that this was the first time its circulation had fallen below 1 million. At its peak, the magazine published about 6.5 million copies.
Composer Joe Hisaishi, known for music for Studio Ghibli films, has received 3 Guinness World Records. They include the highest ticket sales for consecutive classical concerts at Tokyo Dome and the Hollywood Bowl, and the longest consecutive run by a classical composer at Radio City Music Hall. He held 7 concerts there from August 11th to 17.
The Panda House at Tokyo's Ueno Zoo will be dismantled starting August 17th. Xiang Xiang, who was returned to China in 2023, was born there. On August 16th, many people visited the building before its removal and said a final goodbye to the place filled with their memories.
Publisher Intelfin, known for puzzle magazines including Nanpure Hiroba, has begun bankruptcy proceedings by a decision of the Tokyo District Court. Its debts are estimated at about 158 million yen. The company's business worsened after it left convenience store sales, which had made up 70% of revenue. It also warned readers not to enter prize contests.
Entertainer Makoto Otake, 77, has announced that he will continue hosting his weekday radio show after revealing that he has prostate cancer. He said surgery removed his prostate, but he now has urine leakage and uses diapers. Doctors called the 7-hour operation a great success. Otake said he wants to share his experience with listeners, including through humor.
Generative AI is becoming both a tool and a creator in music. 481 AI-made songs already exist, and AI-created songs are now appearing in karaoke. One example was made for a golf course in Kochi. Its lyrics, voice, rhythm, and instruments were generated by AI. The creator finished the song after about 10 attempts.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。